What's up, everybody? This your girl, Onney, the CEO, and I'm back with another week and another fire segment. And this week's segment is something special, something that you definitely want to be ready for. So I need you guys to buckle up your seatbelts because you're now plugged in, tuned in, tapped in to Oustide the Box. All right, guys. Well, this week, I promise I had something special, and I do. Well, there's been some buzz going around about the queens of the mic, and I have the curators in the building of this wonderful movement brought to you by none other than Poetry or Die. I want you guys to give it up for the members of Poetry or Die. Yes, this is so dope to have all you guys. I'm excited. I'm like, Sherman. So before I get carried away, I want to give everybody an opportunity to tell us who you are and where you're from and what's your spot in Poetry or Die.
I'm Khalid the Future. Before I was the future, I was always the present. I'm from Houston, born. That's what's on my birth certificate, so I rep that. I am the co-founder of Poetry or Die.
All right, we have
Miracle.
I am Miracle.
The poet, but Miracle first, anyway. And I'm from Houston, Texas.
Shout out.
I'm a poet. I'm part of Poetry or Die. I'm with the team.
And we have Kanai in the building.
I am Kanai. I'm from Chester, PA. I'm just
the host with the most.
the host with the most.
yeah. You gotta love it. And we got our fire Cayenne in the building.
I am Cayenne Nebula. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana.
Hey,
Shout out to the booth.
I would say I'm like an advisor on the team. I've been around for a minute, so it's just beautiful being a part of something that's constantly growing, and I pray that it continues to spread all across the community.
I love it. So, Khalid, I'm going to circle this back to you because, Poetry or Die have been around since 2010. And you guys have done some amazing things, and just seeing how you brought the poetry community together on so many different platforms, and you guys have cultivated something so beautiful. So I want to ask you, where did that concept come from to say, let's create this?
Well, to be honest with you, I created it with MC Laro.
Shout out to Laro.
Yeah, Laro. Me and him created Poetry or Die in his living room. It was kind of like, I guess my class of poets was the class that felt like the class before us wasn't doing enough for us. So we kind of was like, we'll do it ourselves type of attitude. And the generation now that I see has their own, vibe as well. So it's like each generation has that. So that's cool. I guess that pushes the culture forward,
Now, Kanai, now we go back like repeat offenders. Okay.
Yeah, right.
And we were part of the first Queens of the Mic for 2014.
Yes.
But since then, I've seen you host a multitude of events for Poetry or Die, and you guys are everywhere, and the shows are sold out. So how does it feel to be able to be a part of something that you've been around since the beginning and watch it manifest to where it is now?
Man, I would have to say just to watch the evolution, like to be a part of something that, me, you, and Cayenne, we know we had to kick down doors to get the respect on the mic that we, now have.
Respect on my
right.
name. Okay.
We had to do a lot to get this point, and it makes me feel good because I believe, are some of those landmarks, and we open some of those doors for our young poets today, especially our young women, to say whatever they felt like saying. Remember, we got up on the stage and it wasn't cool to speak
right
like we were speaking, so we didn't get to do some of those big shows because we was kind of raw. So I love to see the people and the women get up there and be like, man. And I said it and I meant it, so that feels good.
Yeah, now Miracle, now you have been a part of some of the events where it's like sold out shows. So how does it feel to be able to be on that stage and see people that's moved by the words that you spitting?
Yeah, it's an amazing feeling to know that the passion is doing what it's supposed to do, right? You get up there and these nerves are just running through the body, but when you see the movement and the listening ears and all of that, it's an amazing experience.
Now, I'll be amiss if I didn't hit you, Cayenne. Now, you came all the way from the boot and you replanted yourself right here in Houston. How do you feel like the poetry community have embraced you since you've stepped out?
Well, now that's a difficult question. I found different spots to spit at when I first came here, but I didn't feel like I was embraced. I felt like it was a lot of clicks, and I couldn't really get my foot in the door to practice my art or give this medicine to the people. But I will say one of the reasons why I stick with Khalid so much is because he was the first one to come to me and be like, I'm at Martell's, won't you come? And it was open space. It's where I met my best friend, Fat Dude. It's where we grew in that space with love as poets, but also love for the art. And it was a challenge because it was always, hey, let's write about this, but let's compare it to ice cream. Or let's write about this, or let's compare it to trash. So it was helping us like own ourselves and our gift, but also expand our minds, right? As poets, as artists. I never thought in a million years that poetry would bring us to where we are now. Because I've spit in rooms. I've done poetry in rooms that I never thought would allow me to come in. People, and it's to the point where we're known worldwide, not just nationwide, we're known worldwide, So you got people in Africa that's asking about us. You got people in Brazil and Mexico that's asking about poetry being there, from us. So just that little bit alone with the evolution of Poetry or Die is amazing, and that's good enough for me. If it stopped today, I would be happy because it did so much for me,
I love that. Now, how does that make you feel to know that it's been impactful in a way and more? It's more than the hype. It's so much more than the hype. It's the family. It's the connection. It's being able to reach back for those that you love and care about that are just equally as passionate about something, to be able to build something beautiful to where it's impactful. Because poetry for me is like therapy. And to be able to have a safe space to express myself is amazing, and to add the fact that it's a family out there of poets that want to love me back and want to encourage me back is just a beautiful thing. So knowing that you're a part of that family and so many people look at you in that same light, how does that make you feel?
It feels good, to know, to see in reverse the good thing that I got from the elders when I did come on the scene is that they was family oriented. That was what was preached, you know what I'm saying? So taking that concept, and actually, putting, picnics together, going bowling together, spending the night at each other's houses, building that camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? That right there is the ground of Poetry or Die. The shows and all of that comes later because we artists. It's going to come automatically. But building that bond, because having that safe space, sometimes we don't even have that with our own family. So therefore, we made an alternate family. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. Now, Miracle, where were you in your life when? What did it look like?
Yeah, took me there. You took me to a mental picture when you said
that. Because I want to know really from all of you, because sometimes it takes a breaking point. I remember where I was in my life when I started doing the poetry live, but where were you in your life when you found Poetry or Die and started to become a part of the movement?
When I began, I began doing poetry after I separated from my ex-husband.
Yeah, baby, want that dude.
And I remember him saying, "You should get on stage." And I said, "Bet," because I'm about to talk about you.
Your ass. That part.
And so up in there, I began to say, "Hey, who do I need to find someone to help me." And I found Cayenne, Kanai. She helped mentor me. Khalid, he was like my guidance, and I was like, I like it here.
Yeah.
I just kept going. Yeah.
And it opened up so many doors because you can start something like with the family, but it still opened up individual doors, doors that you didn't even knock on. Okay, hello,
Right.
And that's just a beautiful thing as well. So you guys have put together other events. Now we're gonna get to the Queens of the Mic because that is an upcoming event. But you guys have done other events. You've done Kings of the Mic. You've done Queens of the Mic. Queens versus Kings.
Yeah.
Queens, some of everything. You guys have sold out improv. Shows, like all of those things. Where does all these ideas come from? First of all, because they just. Listen, you don't even like to toot your own horn, but I keep putting you on that wall.
I'm telling you, dude.
Well, I also remember coming in, hearing when I was a new poet, starving artists. Oh man, they used to kill me. It's like you telling trillions of cells in your body that you're gonna for always be below poverty. Like that's what you're telling yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like just changing that, giving
that narrative.
Giving the artists the power to be able to make what they feel like they're worth. Being able to sell their merchandise without being taxed, being able to make some money for yourself by selling tickets. I know someone who actually sold over 100 tickets and made over $1,000 just to perform a poem that they was gonna already do anyways.
That's dope.
So
it's so important that we have, as spoken word artists, as poets, that we have avenues to leverage our talents. Because so many people try to pimp us for our art, you know what I'm saying? But to say, okay, look, we better together. You know what I'm saying? You sell this many tickets, you sell this many tickets. If we all sell these many tickets, not only do we eat off the rip, but we gonna pack this house out. And we, because so often, if you love to do it anyway, you'll walk into a room and just speak because they call your name. Right. But at the same time, we want to put some respect on our own name, and we know we are valuable. If we're valuable enough to pack that room, we valuable enough to walk away with something, go feed our families.
Because my 20 people ain't seen, your 20 people ain't seen me. My 20 people ain't seen you.
Hello. So I just want to commend you for creating a platform where we can go and leverage our talents and not be pimped for our not be pimped for our profession, because so many people like, I'll give you exposure, baby.
Oh, we've been through it.
I'm exposed.
We've been
Google
pimped for real.
IMBD, wherever you want to find me, I'm exposed. Okay,
right.
You know what I'm saying? But when you can do something with a family that you love to do it with, and y'all can all eat together at the end of the day and break bread, ain't it a beautiful thing?
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. So speaking of that, your upcoming show, Queens of the Mic. Let's talk about it. So the venues that you guys have, that one is actually going to be at the Stafford Civic Center. And we have a whole fire line up for that. So I'm going to hit you, Kanai. You ready?
Hey.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Look, man.
I'm excited.
This is, the first Queens of the Mic, we were all on, that was 2014, although all of us are 28. Yeah. 28 years old. 28. But just think, that was almost 20. What is it? 14, 10 years ago.
10.
It's almost 10 years ago. Next year it'll be 10 years.
Now let me ask you, New Poetry Era, what is that?
Okay, that was a phase where we were trying to involve every poetry group that was in Houston. From the Snow Industry to the We Go Live to Puff Puff Poetry to everybody. Really, we was trying to unify you know, in that regard. And I just got so booked and overwhelmed with so much that we got to come back and revisit it later on down the line.
And it's crazy because all those families you just said, they're all my family too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
and
what
you
I'm
just
saying?
flipped it to community unity.
Yeah, that's
all.
it. You know what I'm saying? I like that because I've been around for a long time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Over 20-something years.
She said,
Girl,
stop
I
telling
just told
people
the
our
community we
business.
was 28.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I hit the scene back in 2001. You know what I'm saying? Onney, poetic diva. Those back in my young days. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm the CEO.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
just being able to see how everyone has grown. You know, like you say, the We Go Lives and the Puff Puff Pass and the Snow Injury. Shout out to Black Snow. You know what I'm saying? Just being able to see everybody just grow and be able to manifest things is just beautiful. Especially in poetry, because poetry don't get enough credit. But we pack rooms and sell our shows. Don't sleep.
Come
You know
on
what I'm
now.
saying?
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? If
right.
you need us to wake you up, pull up on us on the 28th. You know what I'm saying?
That
Queens
lineup
of the
is-
mic.
That lineup is sick.
So we actually have a little clip of a video of some of one of the venues you guys did at a previous show. Let's check it out. I don't know whether to be excited or nervous. That was the Kings versus Queens clip. And now we got the Queens of the Mic coming up, and we expecting just about same type of crowd, same energy, same vibe. So curating an event like that with that many people that actually showed up and bought tickets, how did that feel to be able, I mean, all of you guys that had an opportunity to perform on that stage, how did it feel to be able to look back and see all those faces looking back at you? Kia, I know you, come on.
Man, like for me, it was the biggest event that I've hosted in Houston. So to see it from scratch, like you walk into an empty room, it's like, okay, well, where are all the puzzle pieces? And then the crew came out and the chairs came down and the tablecloths came on and the poets started to arrive and the people started to arrive. And I was like, okay, wait, like this is really happening. And then Joe P jump on the mic and he like, turn up, and you know he, and then everybody turned up and he's like, Kanai, and I'm like, this is really happening. And I get up there and I'm just in awe because
that was more people than the improv.
Yeah, the improv is 500. That garage was 800 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To see poetry. To see poetry.
So what we got to look forward to from this Queens of the Mic, ladies?
What you mean?
We were just talking about outfits, but I think
We still trying to figure the outfit dynamic
that
out.
come right
We gonna work it.
away.
Y'all need to come to the show so y'all can see how we gonna slay. Cause I'm slaying.
the slay is gonna be there.
The slay is gonna be
yes.
in full effect.
I think for me, the Queens of the Mic, out of all the shows that I've ever hosted or ever participated on, is the best.
It has
show.
the most energy.
It has the most energy,
because
sure.
of the energy, like because everybody that's walking in there, all of us are boss chicks.
Yes.
But we
Bold.
recognize the
Hold
boss
it.
chick
Recognize
inside
that
and
and
we
be like, "What's up, queen?"
So it's a
And
lot
we
of
like,
confidence.
"What's up, queen?" And we adjust each other's crowns for 2 hours. Like we be like, hey, no, come here. Hey, shh, hey, take that off. That don't even go right. Let me tighten your girdle up, girl. Girl, you sleeping, or and we practicing. Oh, you want to run through your piece right quick, like what I mean. We constantly, girl, you got this. Don't be nervous. This is what we do. This is what we do, and that energy, and then on top of that, Khalid booked Teresa the Songbird. Is going to be at Queens of the Mic.
Come on now.
Okay, so this is just a celebration of us, So I'm, man,
we ready. Is you ready?
We is ready.
Whole squad ready.
Hello.
Whole squad ready. hey.
So after the Queens of the Mic, do we have anything else to look forward to for Poetry or Die?
Oh yes, every year everything is in rotation. So next year at this time, Queens of the Mic will be here. Kings of the Mic is Kings of the Mic is coming up. Then Kings versus
Queens.
He
is being.
Just tell them,
okay. Kiki, so let me run it down. After Queens of the Mic, that is July the 28th.
Yeah.
Community Unity at the Rockefeller is August the 26th.
Come on.
We're doing some definitely great networking there. September the 30th is the Deadly Pens Retreat. So they're coming. Community Unity is hosting their play at the Rockefeller. Poetry is people flying in to do poetry with us.
Come on now, stop playing.
So
we got a few more tricks up our sleeve.
Oh, look.
Come on, you got something you want to share?
I can't share
yet.
Okay. But we got some tricks up our sleeves that's going to be taking place between this year and next year. So just look out for Poetry or Die and the amazing things we have coming. But it's mostly about the building, the growth of the community and the arts. You know what I'm saying?
These young poets, Onney, they are...
Ooh,
they is coming in and they owning it.
And I'm so proud of them.
And it's not starving artists.
The older
they making money.
They not coming in as starving artists.
Yes. They're not coming in as that.
And they not prostituting their gift.
It's beautiful to see.
They're coming in, they're making their money, they're excited about writing, they're excited about performance, because it's not just, if you're a spoken word artist, it's different just from being a poet, a pen poet.
Now, speaking of that, I haven't been on an open mic in a long time. Y'all don't come for me in the poetry community, okay? Don't come for me, y'all.
We've been trying to get her to come outside.
Now, do they still do the open mics where you pay to get on the list to spit?
Yes,
they still do that?
They got that?
It's some, yeah.
Okay.
We wouldn't know.
You're out there.
Okay, I just don't know. I know the old culture back in my day.
If we ever put on an open mic, poets are not paying to get in.
We don't charge poets to come to our show.
We don't charge poets to come on.
Any show, any poet in the community that want to attend Queens of the Mic, you will always be welcome. You just hit anybody that's sitting up here and tell us who you are, and you will have a ticket at the door.
Yep.
Oh, that's
But let us know ahead of time.
You have to let us know ahead of all of us. But that is every show.
And it's kind of like just everything that I felt coming in as an artist that I feel like I didn't have. I just try to make sure that the next generation have it. And then they build off of it for the next generation who feels like, hey, it could be even better than what it is now.
That's so dope. Because, so many poets would love to go to more events, but can't afford when everybody is charging at the door. You know what I'm saying? Ticket prices are ridiculous.
At the door.
We're not trying to
I've
make
seen
fans of
shows for
poets.
$50 to $100, and I'm like, I'm
We do
not
poetry
paying
for the people.
$50 to
Now,
come
if
to
we
no
come with
meeting.
some food and drink, we might have to renegotiate.
Okay, that's nice. Steak
That's
dinner
different.
for $50.
Yeah.
The
You know what I'm saying?
and prices being ridiculous. It's kind of like pimping the art a little bit, having tickets $100 and stuff to be in something that's not even conducive. We pay for our own venues. We take it all the way to the poets. We the drinks, the food, everything is in house, just so the poets can have a.
I'll be vending.
Yeah.
Come on out, CMOS, and beverages. We'll be at the Queens of the Mic.
Give you the biggest platform. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to feel like you congested.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I just love what y'all have going. I love what y'all doing. Just for the community, and all this brown girl magic right here. Shout out to y'all. Thank you
Shout out
so
to you.
much,
Shout out to you.
Khalid, for reaching back out to me, becoming be a part of another
you're
another
awesome
Queens
too.
of
Outside, but the
Awesome.
community needs you
Yeah.
outside. You know, we need you to sprinkle some of your brown girl magic.
You know, I be everywhere. I be doing some of everything. And a lot of people don't even know I'm a spoken word artist, but I spit. Okay.
Well, they will find out pretty soon.
Y'all come find out. So speaking of finding out, we want to know, those that are listening and watching, how to find you guys. So we just gonna run through you all's social medias right quick. So Khalid, the future. If we want to follow up with you, we can find you on Instagram at A Spoken Word Artist. Y'all make sure y'all go find him
Look at
on the ground.
Now look at that man now.
Yeah, y'all hit that follow button in
I know what
Miracle.
part of that poem it is too.
Miracle, if we want to find you, we can find you at Miracle the Poet. Y'all make sure y'all hit that follow button. And Kanai, you know I'm already following. I am now. Make sure you follow her as well.
yes.
And Cayenne, I'm not even gonna mess your name up. Tell us what
Iya
that is.
Oriyangi.
Iya Oriyangi. Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to follow you there on that page as well. Now you guys also have let me see. You guys also have a Facebook page.
And you have a
Your
poetry
Facebook
adjustment.
page. But the Poetry or Die, I couldn't find the Poetry or Die page, but I do have the Khalid the Future page on Facebook. He posts the flyers as well. And you guys make sure you guys check out the social medias for everybody that's here today, because we all have our flyers posted. Make sure you follow them. And I want to remind everybody that today's show has been powered by Swan Isle Sea Moss and Beverages. Make sure you get your organic sea moss from Swan Isle, because health is wealth. I want to remind all our viewers and our watchers that we are on multiple platforms. Find a platform that works for you. We're on Third Coast TV, iHeartRadio, Hip Hop Streets Live Stream Music App, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, Apple, iTunes, Google Play. We are everywhere. So like I said, find a platform that works for you, hit the follow button. And if you really like what you hear and you see, make sure you join the Outside the Box community on YouTube, Outside the Box with Onney. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, click the bell notification so you can be notified when a new segment is brought to you. And if you yourself are a content creator and you would like to have your own podcast or TV show, make sure you go to www.onneystudios.com and you yourself can become a podcast content creator today. Reach out to us and let us help you bring your visions to manifestation. I want to thank you guys for coming on Outside the Box, for letting me get all in you all's business a little bit, just to get a little bit of insight behind the Queens of the Mic. Okay. And we are asking everybody to come out and support. Come and be entertained, be inspired, be moved. These ladies have some fire for you. And this is not just the only lineup. We have a whole lineup of poets. Exactly. So make sure you follow a spoken word artist. And he's going to be putting all type of promo for upcoming shows as well. So if you don't make this one, although we need you to, come show up. We have more coming every season. So make sure you stay plugged in, tuned in, and tapped into that. Is there anything else you guys would like to say? Any announcements you want to make before we go?
See y'all at Queens of the Mic.
Absolutely.
That part. All right. I'm your girl, Onney the CEO. You're now plugged in, tuned in, tapped in to Outside the Box. Yeah.